You've heard it 1,000 times. The early bird gets the worm. Millionaires wake up at 4 a.m. If you scroll through social media right now, you will see an army of hustle gurus posting pictures of their watches at dawn, telling you that if you are sleeping while they are grinding, you are already behind. They tell you that waking up late is a sign of laziness, a lack of discipline, a character flaw. But what if I told you that was a lie? What if the urge to stay awake until 3 a.m. isn't a bad habit, but a biological imperative? What if the reason you feel most alive when the rest of the world is dead is because you were designed that way? Welcome to the Purple Pill. Today, we are going to dismantle the cult of the morning person. We are going to look at the evolutionary biology that proves night owls are not lazy. They are actually the protectors of the tribe. We're going to explore the concept of the Sentinel Hypothesis, the link between nocturnal habits and high IQ, and why the modern 9 to 5 world is literally designed to destroy your brain chemistry. If you have ever felt guilty for hitting the snooze button, or if you do your best work when the sun is down, this video is your vindication. Let's start with the history of the human species. For 200,000 years, humans lived in tribes. We slept in the open, vulnerable to predators, lions, wolves, rival tribes. If the entire tribe went to sleep at 10 p.m. and woke up at 6 a.m., that tribe would be eaten by midnight. Evolution had to solve this problem. It needed a security system. The solution was chronotype diversity. Nature wired approximately 40% of the population to have a delayed circadian rhythm. These people naturally felt alert when the sun went down. Their job wasn't to hunt in the morning. Their job was to keep the fire burning at night. They were the sentinels. When you are sitting at your computer at 2 a.m., feeling wide awake while your family is asleep, you are not broken. You are channeling an ancient genetic code. Your brain is scanning for threats, solving problems, and maintaining the perimeter. The 5 a.m. club is a modern invention. It was created by the Industrial Revolution to get factory workers to the assembly line on time. It is an economic schedule, not a biological one. But your DNA doesn't care about the stock market. Your DNA remembers the jungle. And in the jungle, the person who woke up at 4 a.m. was useful, but the person who stayed up until 4 a.m. kept everyone alive. But it's not just about survival, it's about flow. Ask any programmer, writer, or artist. They will tell you the same thing. The work they do between midnight and 3 a.m. is different. It is deeper. It is sharper. Why? Because the day is filled with expectation noise. When the sun is up, the world expects things from you. Emails are flying, phones are ringing. There is a subconscious pressure that you should be doing something. But at night, the world has stopped. Nobody is emailing you. Nobody is expecting a reply. The silence of the night is the only time you are truly free from the performance. Neuroscientists have found that during these hours, the brain can enter a state of hypofrontality. This is where the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that worries, judges, and analyzes, quiets down. This allows you to access raw creativity. You aren't editing yourself. You aren't worrying about what your boss thinks. You are just creating. The early bird gets the worm, sure, but the worm is just a task. It's a routine. The night owl gets the silence, and in the silence, they find the ideas that change the world. However, we have to be honest. There is a dark side to this. Not everyone staying up late is a genius sentinel. Some of you are just suffering from revenge bedtime procrastination. This is a psychological phenomenon where people who feel they have no control over their daytime life refuse to go to sleep at night just to regain a sense of freedom. If you work a job you hate from 9 to 5, then come home and do chores until 8, your brain screams, I haven't lived for myself yet. So you stay up, you scroll TikTok, you play video games, you watch Netflix, you aren't building anything, you aren't creating, you're just consuming time because you don't want tomorrow to start. This is not the way of the sentinel. This is the way of the victim. The sentinel stays awake to protect and create. The victim stays awake to escape. You need to ask yourself the hard question. Are you staying up because you have energy, or are you staying up because you are avoiding the reality of your life? So, how do you survive as a night owl in a world designed for early birds? Society punishes you. It's called social jet lag. You're living in a time zone that doesn't match your biology. Here is the protocol. First, stop fighting the alarm. If you can control your schedule, stop forcing yourself to wake up at 6 a.m. just to feel productive. If your brain turns on at 10 a.m., build your life around that. Productivity is about energy management, not time management. Second, the dark mode rule. If you are going to be awake at night, you must respect the biology of light. Blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's noon. This destroys your melatonin. If you are a night watchman, invest in blue light blocking glasses or turn your screens to red shift mode. You want to be alert, not anxious. Third, weaponize the silence. Do not waste the night scrolling. That is low value dopamine. If you're going to pay the price of being tired the next day, make sure you bought something valuable with that time. Write the book, code the app, learn the skill. The night is a resource. Do not squander it on cheap entertainment. The next time someone tells you that you are lazy for sleeping in, do not apologize. You are not lazy. You are just operating on a different operating system. While they are rushing through traffic, spilling coffee, and stressing about the morning news, you are recovering from a shift they couldn't handle. You are the watchman. You are the architect of the quiet hours. Embrace the dark, use the silence, and let the early birds have the worm. You have bigger things to hunt. If you are a night owl, I want to know in the comments, do you stay up to create or do you stay up to escape? Be honest. Subscribe if you're awake.